A total of 58 people have been charged in healthcare fraud schemes that have seen 6.2 million opioid pills distributed across Texas illegally in what federal prosecutors believe has cost Medicare and Medicaid $66 million in losses. Of Wednesday's accused, 20 people were charged for diverting opioids and 16 were medical professionals, including 6 doctors and 7 pharmacists, including one pharmacy in Houston that dished out more than 760,000 pills from March 2018 to September 2019. In Houston, runners would bring the prescriptions written on counterfeit pads and associated with doctors whose identities were stolen to the pharmacy to be filled out on a cash-only basis, while they were charged more than 5 times the market rate for drugs such as OxyContin and hydrocodone. Prosecutors estimated fraudulent claims for compound creams worth $158 million, as well as $23 million in tax evasion from the schemes, and said Wednesday they had frozen $60 million in assets of the people accused. And the data is our possession. It's in our possession, shines an inescapable light on those dirty doctors, clinic owners, pharmacists, and others who may have long believed that they could perpetuate their fraud in the dark. Behind closed doors, Assistant Attorney General Brian Benchikowski told a news briefing in Dallas. I hope today's action brings home a simple message for those that engage in these despicable frauds. You're not invisible. He added, 3 weeks ago I had the opportunity to be in Houston to announce a major opioid takedown against dozens of defendants involving over $23 million, or 23 million opioid pills. And today, additional charges, as well as the recent creation of our healthcare fraud strike force in the Rio Grande Valley and San Antonio, are proof positive that the criminal division continues to dedicate resources to root out healthcare fraud in Texas and elsewhere, and we are doing so strategically and aggressively. Michael Charles Braddock, Kyle Martin, Hermesh, and Bioflex Medical in Dallas were charged for their alleged participation in a scheme to defraud the Department of Labor, Office of Workers' Compensation programs. Also accused for defrauding the Office of Workers' Compensation are Jamshid Narayan, Deshid Norian, Christopher Rydberg, Layla Norian, Ashraf Mofid, Dr. Leslie Benson, Dr. Michael Taba, and Ali Karamanish. They were charged for their alleged participation in a scheme that also defrauded Blue Cross Blue Shield, claim they conspired to launder money and evade tax payments through Business Ability Pharmacy, Industrial Family Pharmacy, and Park Row Pharmacy, all located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Nayaj Rizvi was charged for his alleged participation in a scheme to defraud Medicare through LifeSpring House Call Physicians, Inc., a company located in Dallas, Texas. Bruce Shroud and Bobby Shroud, Art Stroud, were charged for their alleged participation in a scheme to defraud Medicare through the New Horizons Durable Medical Equipment, Striffen Medical Supply, and 4B Ortho Supply, all durable medical equipment companies located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Healthcare fraud undermines our country by driving up medical costs, wasting taxpayer dollars, and often harming patients, said Health and Human Services Officer and Inspector General Special Agent in Charge C.J. Porter. Boy, that's a long title. Today's takedown shows that we are fighting hard to protect Medicare and Medicaid for the patients served by those programs, working closely with their law enforcement partners. Our agents are determined to ensure fraudsters pay for their crimes. Dr. Brian Carpenter and Jerry Harilock were charged for their alleged participation in a scheme to defraud TRICARE through a compounding pharmacy located in Fort Worth, Texas. The case is being prosecuted by trial attorney Bryn Sheesh of the fraud section. And Nilesh Patel, Dr. Craig Henry, and Bruce Henry were charged for their alleged participation in the scheme to defraud TRICARE through marketing company RX Consultants and a compounding pharmacy located in Fort Worth, Texas. Cases being prosecuted by trial attorney Carlos Lopez of the fraud section. Leah Hagen and Michael Hagen were charged for their alleged participation in conspiracies to pay and receive kickbacks and launder money through Metro DM E-Supply and Ortho Pain Solutions, both durable medical equipment companies in Arlington, Texas. Opioid crisis has been marked by nearly 400,000 overdose deaths between 1999 and 2017, according to the latest U.S. data. About 218,000 of those deaths have been from prescription opioids, while the rest were from illicit opioids, including heroin. Some 45,000 people a year overdose in opioids in the United States, U.S. Attorney John Bash of the Western District of Texas said on Wednesday. The scale of this crisis is enormous, he said. Special Agent in Charge Matthew J. DeSarno of the FBI's Dallas field office added, today's announcement demonstrates the close collaboration between the FBI and its law enforcement partners in North Texas. The enormous economic damage caused by those who defraud crucial public health programs, as well as the ever-increasing loss of life caused by illicit and illegitimate pill schemes, cannot be overstated. The public can rest assured the FBI will continue to make these investigations a top priority moving forward. So, it's been a long time coming, and what took them so long, who knows, but here we go. Hopefully this is just the tip of the iceberg for this sort of dirty business being cleaned up. And I'll put the link below.